Hi everybody, I am Thatnursingprof and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to demonstrate how to give a newborn a bath. So let's go to the nursing lab. So before we do the bath, we want to take baby's temperature and make sure baby is warm enough to receive a bath. If they're too cold, so under 97.9, then they cannot have a bath at this time, and you need to tell mom and dad that. Some parents are really anxious about the baby getting a bath, and they think the baby needs to have a bath right away. So it's really important that we educate them that it's actually more ideal to wait 12 to 24 hours for that first bath so that baby can start regulating its temperature, because baby's never had to regulate its temperature before. It's been born, it's come out, and now it's got to figure out a whole bunch of things, one of which is its temperature. So give it time to adjust, okay? So try not to do the bath right away if you can help it. So the first thing you want to do is gather all your supplies. So you'll need a lot of washcloths, your baby shampoo, and then a little baby hairbrush. You're going to get water in your bowl. You're going to test it with your elbow to make sure it's not too hot or too cold. And then we're going to start with the face. So we're going to take one washcloth. All of these are clean. Get it a little bit wet, and we're going to wipe baby's face. We don't put soap on the face. So wipe from the inner eye to the outer eye. Change your rag, do it again, inner eye to the outer eye, and then just kind of all over their face a little bit. Okay, now we're ready to move on and add our soap. So we'll add a little bit of soap. Mix it in with our water. And now we'll do baby's top half. You always want to do clean to dirty. So we'll wash baby's arms, making sure to get under their armpits and under their neck, because this is where the vernix likes to hide. Remember, vernix isn't a bad thing. Vernix is okay. We don't need to scrub too harshly to get it to go away. You want to just gently wipe, and if some is still left over, that's okay. And then get their backside. Now this one's done. You're going to get a new one, a clean one. Rinse them off. Discard that one and get a clean, dry one to cover them up. If you don't have another washcloth, you can use the receiving blanket. Okay, so warming up baby's body part that we just got cold by getting it wet, and we're going to move on to the next. So now we'll do the legs, starting with the feet. So our soapy water. Now, if your hospital does electronic footprints, then you're not going to have ink on the foot. But if you do still do ink on the feet, ink footprints, it's going to be kind of hard to get off. So I always recommend starting with the feet, because you got to scrub a little to get that ink off. So we're scrubbing, we're getting the ink off. There we go. And now we're washing the legs. Now we'll wash the diaper area. Get rid of this diaper. It's now bad. Another place vernix likes to hide is in the groin area. Again, no need to scrub vigorously. Baby's skin is very fragile and you could tear it. So just be very gentle and wipe away the vernix. And if there's a little bit left, that's okay. It doesn't hurt them at all. So clean their bottom. Get rid of that one. Get a new one. Rinse them off. And then dry them. At this point, you're going to want to put a new diaper on them. Even though the bath isn't all the way done yet, you're going to want to diaper this baby so they don't have an accident on you. So we'll get a diaper. Make sure to fold under the cord. There we go. So we're keeping baby covered and dry, and the last thing we're gonna do is the head. Now, I've been doing this bath for a minute or two, so my water's gotten probably a little bit cold. Also, it's probably soapy now, so now I need to go change my water. So I'm gonna go change my water. Okay, I got new water, it's clean. I tested it, it's good, it's not too hot, it's not too cold, we're good. Now we're gonna do the head. We always do the head last for a reason, because babies lose a lot of heat through their head, which is why we recommend they wear hats all the time. So we'll take off the hat. Now there's a couple different ways you can do this. I think the easiest way is to take a washcloth, get it wet, no soap on it at this point, right? Just get it a little wet and wipe baby's head. Okay. Then what I like to do is take my hairbrush. Now whether or not baby has no hair or a ton of hair, you can still use the hairbrush on the baby. It's not going to hurt them. So put a little soap on the hairbrush and then kind of just brush baby's hair with it. And that's going to help get any clots or gunk or yucky stuff that's stuck in their hair from delivery out. And also they usually really like it. They act like it's like a spa day for them, like it's very relaxing for them to get their hair brushed like this. So they tend to like it. So we'll brush their hair, that's how we're going to apply the soap. Then we're going to take a wet washcloth and wipe the soap off. There we go. It's very important that we never put a baby under a sink of running water. You cannot control the temperature of the water, and there could be hot spots and you could potentially burn the baby. So that is why we do the newborn bath this way, instead of just holding them under the sink and letting the water run on them. That's just a side note I wanted to make sure I mentioned in this video. Now that's it, the bath is done. Usually what I do from this point is ask mom and dad, do you have any special outfit that you want the baby to wear? Usually they do, usually they have something for like pictures ready to go, so then you can get the baby dressed. So we'll clean up all our mess here. And we'll get baby dressed. When it comes to the newborn bath, you have a couple of options. You can either do the bath yourself. You can have mom and dad do the bath, especially if they have multiple children, they know what they're doing, they've done it before. Or what I actually prefer to do is if this is a first-time parent, I offer to do the bath with them. So mom or dad or who's ever, capable of doing so does the bath, and I just kind of walk them through the steps. That way they feel more comfortable about it when they get home. As the nurse, the bath is a really good time to do an overall skin check on the baby too. So you can check for birthmarks, bruises, lacerations, abrasions, anything you might have missed during your head to toe. Now is another time to do a really thorough skin check on this baby. Make sure we apply a new hat. Usually the hat they have to start off with, that's the one that was put on right after delivery. Mom and dad usually want to keep that hat. That's a special hat. So let them know that this is the hat. I'm going to give it to you. Put it in your purse or put it somewhere safe. But then don't put that hat back on the baby because that hat was dirty, right? So get a new hat and put that on the baby. And now we can swaddle the baby. So when we swaddle a baby, you're going to take your blanket, you're going to fold down one corner of that blanket, like this, okay, this, pick up baby. You want to align baby's shoulders with the edge, okay, with the folded edge, and then you're going to take one side, tuck it under, take the foot, tuck it under, and then the final side, wrap it around. Now there are two ways to swaddle, and there's kind of a debate going on about it. So this is one way where baby's arms are in, you can see, okay? The other way would be to swaddle with baby's arms out. The idea behind this type of swaddle is to not stifle their moro reflex, which is their startle reflex. So they need to have their little arms out so they can, okay, so they can wiggle them around when they move. Honestly, either way is totally fine, okay? Whatever you want to do is fine. So this is how you swaddle a baby. There are actual swaddles that you can buy that are pre-made, and then you just have to Velcro each ones or clip each ones, and that's a lot easier as well. But you can use a normal blanket too. That's totally fine. One other thing I wanted to point out about the bath is the lotion. So in their little bath kit, it will come with the hairbrush, it'll come with maybe a little comb and some soap, and it'll also come with a little lotion. Some parents really want to know, like, when do I put the lotion on the baby? I'm very concerned about the baby's skin. And yes, you can put the lotion on the baby anytime you want. I usually recommend the first time you lotion waiting about a half an hour after the bath is done, because we've cooled baby down significantly during the bath and we don't want to put the lotion on right away. So give it a couple minutes, let baby warm up, maybe do some skin to skin, cuddle the baby, and then you can put the lotion on the baby. That's totally fine.